Hi, everybody. I read over your papers, your discussion board posts, and some of you did very, very well, and some of you didn't do so well. And I asked some of the people that did pretty well if they would contact some of you who are having trouble, through email, contact you. And maybe they can explain relative clauses better than I can. I'm going to try to do so here in this video. But if I can't, maybe that person that I assigned to you will, okay? All right, I just cut off numbers 1 and 2 sentences in this. This is from page 31 to 32, okay? 6 million paper clips. And what I want you to look at, and the best way to figure out relative clauses, is if you have phrases that are repeated. For example, students. First sentence says in 1998, high school students in Whitwell, Tennessee learned about the 6 million Jewish victims of the Holocaust. The students were studying the Holocaust. All we need to do is get rid of students and we put who. We got who were studying the Holocaust. It was the students. We take it and we put it right by students. I hope this works. Doop. There we go. And we got it. In 1998, high school students who were studying the Holocaust, sorry about that, in Whitewell, Tennessee, learned about the 6 million Jewish victims of the Nazis. What I did was I looked for the common phrases. How about these two? It is hard to imagine a number that large. Look, number. So we got to do something to make a relative clause that's going to explain number. They decided to collect 6 million paper clips to make the number seem more real. A number. Get rid of this. Excuse me. Get rid of it. That is hard to imagine. Whoops, let's do this. Notice now I'm going to move it right by number. Now, because it kind of interrupts what we can get rid of this number too, excuse me. Let me try this again. Okay, it is what's going to be gone. It is hard to imagine. Okay. We're going to put that to replace the it. That is hard to imagine. And then I'm going to get rid of number because that repeats. That seems even more large. Number, in the original sentence, number that large seem more real is interrupted by our relative clause, so we're going to put the commas in. Okay? Notice again, number was up here, number here. I put the phrase right after it. Some of you, when you are combining your sentences, are getting rid of important points because it makes it easier to combine. I don't want you to do that, okay? So, you keep all the information. Paper clips were invented by a Norwegian Jew named Johan Valler in 1899. What's repeated? What's repeated? Paper clips. So, we're going to get rid of paper clips, and since they're not a who, put that. Okay. And where's this going to go? Where's the paper clips at? Right there. Paper clips that were worn by Norwegians during World War II as a symbol of defiance of their Nazi occupiers were invented by a Norwegian Jew named Johan Valler in 1899. Now, it depends what you think the meaning should be if you're going to put commas around it, okay? But I'm not going to, because that goes with, it just seems to go together better. Okay, next one. For 3 years, the students collected paper clips, but I probably typed that wrong. I'm sorry. 10. But finally reached. There we go. Only 10,000. They grew discouraged. Who's the they? It's the students. If it's a person, we're going to put a who grew discouraged. I'm going to put it right after students. Okay? Now, this is another one where you could put the commas in. Or if you don't want to, this means that this is just not as important information. If you want important information, you'll take the commas out. Okay, these get trickier. However, a news story about their project appeared in the Washington Post and on NBC Nightly News. Their mail was soon overflowing with 34 million paper clips. You don't see anything too much here that will go together. So you're going to have to use your imagination as to how you're going to do this. Now, the project appeared, so I would say that we have to get a little bit creative here. However, a news story about their project appeared in the nightly news, and I would just put that caused their mail, their mail to be soon overflowing. Again, I've got the that. What caused the mail to be overflowing? The Washington Post and the nightly news. Next one, the paper clips came from celebrities, everyday people, and even Holocaust survivors. Then we've got the paper clips again. And what are they doing? Well, they arrived, so in this case, you can put that or you can put which. And you're going to move it after paper clips, because remember, the paper clips was repeated. Now, I think this is extra information that we really don't need, so I'm going to put it, it's nice to know, but it's not important, and I'm going to put it there. You might think it's important and leave the commas off. It's up to you. Okay, a movie named Paper Clips was made about the Whitewell Project. The movie shows the symbol of ordinary paper clips. The movie memorably helps viewers to comprehend the almost incomparable number of victims that the Nazi genocide against the view. Okay, so what would we have? We've got movie. I would say the movie named Paper Clips was made about the Whitewell Project. And I would just go I get rid of the made and put that was made. So I'm making this into the relative clause. Shows the symbolic power of ordinary paper clips. Now, how are we going to get this in? The movie memorably helps viewers to comprehend the almost incomparable number of victims of the Nazi genocide against the Jews. Well, we might want to make this whole thing into a relative clause. That, see that for movie. That was named paper clips. And then I would put, and that. So I've added these two ideas together, but they're both using relative clauses. Okay? I hope this was helpful. But what I want you to remember is that a relative clause uses who, that, or which, and sometimes whom. Don't worry about it. These words here take the place of words that are repeated. Like in the first two, what was repeated? The high school students. The high school students, we get rid of this, in Whitehall, Tennessee, learned about, and we had a sentence that they were studying the Holocaust. Who is it? Repeat. The students, whoops, how did I do that? Get rid of that. The students remember? They were studying the Holocaust. We got rid of students, and we put in the who. See? This matches this. We just got rid of the who, or the students. So you go through and you find out what is being repeated, and then you add it together. If you don't do it that way, you're going to have what's called a dangling modifier, and I don't want to go into that because I didn't see any of those. Remember, you're going to have to, I don't know if it's next week, or this week, you're going to have to revise your discussion board and put it into the Dropbox. Let's review what you're going to be doing this week. Oops, it's not comp. Why am I taking you to comp? Elements of grammar. Let me get this smaller so it fits in the square here. Okay. Yay, I made it. All right. What you're doing this week is, I should have gone to a student view. I goofed up. Sorry. Let me do that. View a student. Content. I have it real small so it looks funny. We're going to go to this week's dates. Can you believe it's the last week of September? I'm in shock. And your first thing that you have to do is, you're going to write this week. You're not going to have to revise that until the week after. But this week you're going to write a paper, and what I'm going to be looking for in this paper is that you have complete sentences and that you can use a relative clause. And I'm going to ask you to read this article, and I've got some questions. You choose one. You write about a 1.5 to 2 page paper, and then go back through it and just write the paper. Don't worry about relative clauses and all that stuff. Then I want you to go back through and make sure you have at least one relative clause and you have all the sentences complete. You'll have to go back to the first week we were together and last week to review about this. Now, spell check. I won't read a paper with a spelling error. I also would like you, although it doesn't say in here, I'd like you to underline the relative clauses you use. Okay? Use at least one, but I think you'll find that relative clauses are a good way to write your papers. I'm sorry sometimes that I got a little confused combining sentences because it's hard work. And if you're having trouble with it, that's okay. But congratulate yourself on trying, and congratulate yourself on revising. Now, again, you won't be revising the discussion board from last week until next week, but you will probably want to review this a couple times, this video, to help you revise your papers. If you have any questions, please let me know, and have a good day.